I chuckled a bit on how did we get here because it's not just the past couple of weeks or months. It's been a decade in the making. President Trump had a nuclear deal that was working when he was in his first term. It was preventing Iran from getting to the point that it's at right now. And he tore up that deal in 2018, and we have not been able to get back into it. And the result is what we see now. It was highly predictable. President Obama predicted it.
Predictable in that Iran would
accelerate
to enrich
and
and accelerate.
And now Iran has gone way beyond any acceptable levels. And that's the problem. The International Atomic Energy Agency verified that they are out of compliance. The first time in 20 years they were censured.
That happened just a few weeks ago.
It's very, very dangerous. And so I think that was the tripwire. Plus, of course, the military situation in the region much more favorable to Israel for conducting strikes without as much concern about being hit by Hezbollah, as an example, which no longer is a threat from the north in any way like it used to be because of Israeli actions. So all of that came together, and that's why we're now at this moment where Israel saw a moment to strike. Iran was advancing too far, but this has been a decade in the making. My first thought after hearing the readout of the Supreme Leader's speech is he may very well have signed his own death warrant with that speech.
Right.
Because this is the attitude that has led us into the moment that we're in right now. Look, there have been off-ramps provided to the Supreme Leader for many years, including by the Trump team. And I'm not going to say that their diplomacy was incredibly robust. It was sort of trying to figure out what the opportunities were with Iran. But they did offer, Secretary Rubio did offer a civilian nuclear program to Iran in exchange for no enrichment. And Iran said no. And the Supreme Leader continues to drive Iran in this direction. And so I think this is a real moment. Going to this question about Fordo. Fordo is like a pincer grip.
Yeah. And I know we might have an image of it as well to give people a sense of what's there.
And what's really important to understand now is that because of the strikes that have gone forward, in many ways, Fordo must be hit, because if it's not hit, the enrichment capacity there is such that Iran could quickly move to enrich to weapons grade levels and try to test a crude nuclear device.
Yeah, we can see some of the images here.
So now we're in that trap. We have to really see if the White House is willing to continue to give time to what we should call coercive diplomacy. The Supreme Leader, as I mentioned a moment ago, might have signed his death warrant. That said, that doesn't mean we need to take military action, and we can continue to watch Israel degrade Iran's defenses, or are we going to just sort of go for it? And is the president, who's an impulsive decision maker, going to decide enough is enough?